because you know what you're trying to accomplish. My goal is to not let it go to foreclosure, make sure we sell it fast because the longer it stays on the market, the more these liens racks up. Okay.
Okay. All right.
And the only favor I'm gonna ask of you, because I know you seem a little bit stressed out because of the auction coming up. I know, as you
Mm-hmm.
should, okay?
Hi, how are you?
Sonny, how are you?
Good.
Awesome, awesome. Sorry, we had to stop an auction this morning in Georgia.
Oh, okay.
Just dealing with that. Let me see. Okay, so we are going to go live today. I did transfer the pictures that you sent me for the backyard.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the agent did have one question is, do you know the last time you've done the sewer lateral inspection? Because she's saying this is the only area where that has to be done typically when you sell a property.
Okay, it was done when we bought the property 14 years ago.
That's when last it was done?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what she was saying, in case the inspector comes in and they require that, it costs 7 grand
Right.
and it needs to be done. You're aware of that, right?
Well, I didn't know how much it cost, but
Okay. Yeah, she
okay.
said 7 grand
Okay.
apparently.
Okay.
But anyway, I mean, I think it comes out of the I'm not really sure. But worst case scenario, if we have to like, we might just factor it to the money that we bring to the
Mm-hmm.
table. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just to be
Okay.
aware of it because that's not taken into consideration right now based on the numbers that you sent me. Now she's thinking about two numbers, and I want obviously she's working with the pictures you're asking her to do it, that's fine. But she's thinking about either one, we try to list it at 855 to push, the highest number possible.
Mm-hmm.
The risk with that is if you list it for that and then offers don't come in because it's a little bit high, what's going to happen is we have to obviously lower it incrementally, but that
Right.
might then hurt the listing, which obviously I personally don't like.
Right.
I would rather list low and then let maybe the buyers outbid themselves, right? So
Right. I
we're
understand that.
okay, so we're in between, trying to push it a little bit in between 817 or 855. I personally prefer going with the 817,
Okay.
just to be conservative, and then hopefully somebody comes over, but if not, at least we don't have to like, hurt the listing potentially.
Right.
Again,
Okay.
these are all obviously hypothetical until we get a solid offer, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for her fee will be 8,550. On her end, that's like I think less than 2% if I'm not mistaken. Actually less than that, sorry, on the 817, maybe 7,000 and some change. Okay. Which is a
Mm-hmm.
flat fee. That's the agent we're working with. And then the other agent, so we put just so that they will show the property, we put 2% basically, just put it 2%. We put 2%, but it's negotiable really. We're just putting it for them to not even look at the listing basically. So it's there, but once they start calling in, we'll try to see if we can lower it. But right now we have it at 2%.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's just um um the agent's fee,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
is the realtor's fee.
the
That's
buyer's
not
agent.
okay. Well, here in California, that's the buyer's fee that goes on there on the buyer's agent. Did you find that out?
Repeat that one more time.
The buyer's agent, he has to pay his own fee. That's the law now in California.
Do you have, because she don't, yeah, her broker didn't confirm that. Do you have something I can show them for that?
Well, what happened was I found that out from another real estate agent here in
Okay.
California. So that's something that they had to look at, but so it's no longer, I mean, that I would have to pay for the buyer's agent. The buyer
Okay.
has to pay for his own.
That,
So that's why I was at, because the more, money that's going out, that's less for me. And so, I mean, we could, negotiate that, but I prefer not to pay their fee.
trust me, I prefer that too.
To be
Well,
honest with
I don't want to pay any real estate agent if you ask me.
you. Right. I mean, so
Hold on, give me one second. Let me text her. I don't think I heard because she did ask her broker, but for some reason they're not aware. Hold on, give me one second.
yeah,
Um,
that just recently passed, probably within the last month. a month and a half, maybe 2 months, if that.
Okay. Let me see. Well, the thing is, if that's, I don't know. I have to find. I just texted her though. She's probably gonna respond while we on the phone. That's fine.
Okay, okay.
But either way, that's always something she can remove, right? So,
Mhm.
it's not really
Yeah.
a big deal to be honest. Okay, so that's really it for now. The pictures, she's obviously it is what it is. She's gonna work with it. I told her I don't know how it's gonna work in case you want to change it later after it's listed, but that's fine. Let me see. So let's say everything so far that you gave me, which is 650, everything owed. I'm assuming that includes the 46,000 in arrears, right?
It does.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So with all the fees, closing fees, and everything, this is again just hypothetically. It could be way less depending on what kind of things we avoid, right? Is 688 536. We put in it at just like rough number. That includes closing costs. That includes this doesn't include the inspection in case it needs to be done. That's the only thing we forgot to add in here. If that makes sense. But it includes everything else, like title charges and all that fun stuff. Transfer.
So you said it was 668?
No, 6,000 88 536 50.
Are you okay? I'm sorry. Are you talking about the two mortgages and all the fees, 668,000?
No, I think you told me 650, correct?
Yeah, six
Okay.
650K.
Now, are they charging are the fee are they charging interest by the day, which I know typically
Right.
lenders do until we pay it off, right?
Right.
Okay, so the number might be over there, right? So like, I mean, we can leave it at 650, but I'm just saying we're just giving a rough number, potentially including what we might pay the attorney for the closing fees. That's what I mean by that. Like just a rough number.
Okay.
Yeah, you can go. Sorry, my daughter.
That's okay.
Yeah,
How
so
old are they? How old are
my oldest one here is 5. I got one that is 2,
they?
and then I got a new one that is not even 2 months old.
Oh,
That's the one that that's the
oh,
yes,
goodness.
I know. And the last one is the one not letting us have any sleep. It's crazy. The first 3 months, as you know.
Yeah, I've been to that, so I understand.
Yeah, it's gonna be the most challenging. So yeah, so here's what I was trying to do, Sonia, right? I was trying to push it to get you between 100 and as we spoke about with the arrears included. I told her, hey, let's push it and market it enough to where we can get you at least around like 125, between 125 to 140, depending on where the offers comes in, right? And then from that, only the 46 will come out, right? So the only thing, what I'm gonna put on our agreement, we're gonna amend it, by the way, because Tanya, the agreement she have with you is not an ovation, it's a cash agreement. So I'm gonna have the TC send you an amendment so we can put it as an ovation. That's one. And then another thing we're gonna need for the offers is a limited power of attorney. All it gives us the right to do is to basically accept the offers, look at it, but we review it together because it's a joint venture, obviously, right? But that so we're gonna use because I think she put you on the contract on her personal name, right? She told me. Tanya? Oh, oops.
Hello.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, what is the last thing you heard me say?
Asked about Tanya's listing.
Yeah, did she put you on the contract on her personal name, correct?
Um, I let's see.
Okay, because she told me it's her personal name.
It might be then.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe so.
It's all good. So we're gonna amend it. We're gonna put obviously our company because we don't close with personal names. It's just not, something we do. But
Right.
because she brought the file to us anyway, so what I have with Tanya as well, obviously, is a joint venture because she's been helping you. So
Right.
she's still, I'm still paying her whatever out of whatever we make. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So as I was saying earlier, my goal is to push to get you the highest number possible, which will be around 140. I want your worst case scenario to be 125, depending the offer that comes in. Again,
Right.
we will look at it as the offers go. If it comes back to where, you know what, guys, let's just accept this because X, Y, and Z, then we can just adjust at that point. We can just sign another amendment. Okay. Everything will be fully disclosed. Any offer that comes to me, I'll forward it to you right away. All I was saying is on the amendment, I'm going to send you the novation agreement, right? And the second thing is a limited power of attorney. You know what that is?
I do, but I never had to do that with a realtor, so I'm not really certain about that. What is that?
So I'm not a realtor. We're using a realtor, but I'm not a realtor. So
Okay.
I am coming in as a joint venture company. So I will be the one. So again, I told you our role is if anything need to be fixed, we fix it. So we're bringing the funds to fix anything that need to be fixed, and then if we have to pay the arrears to push the auction. So our joint venture, I'm a real estate investor. I'm not an agent. The agent is in-house though. But in order for us to be able to do anything, you have to basically tell the attorney, yes, we have a joint venture on this property. And when you do a novation, the deal we're doing, there's two documents that goes along each other. One is the novation agreement, obviously, that state the terms, which is, hey, we're listing the property with X terms that we just spoke about. And then the power of attorney just allow us to not only list it on the market, but to also entertain the offers as well with you, because otherwise we don't have the right to. Now, for me, that's
the lady.
Hmm?
Okay, so the lady that um was really gonna come over and look at it and take the picture. She's a realtor.
She's our realtor, yeah.
Oh, okay. And what's her name?
It's Sonia. Her name is Sonia.
Hello.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah.
And her name is what?
The agent name is Natalie. Sorry, Natalie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And what is her company?
What is our brokerage, you mean?
Yeah, what's her company's? I mean, her real estate name.
No, she work for a brokerage. Let me see. Brokerage. Okay, so is the escrow it's called Reliable Escrow Service Corporations. That's the brokerage.
Reliable escort.
No, escrow.
Escrow.
Yeah. And I can ask her to send me her business card. I'll just forward it to you. You'll have all
Yeah,
her info
yeah.
there. But so that's the agent, that's the in-house agent we use in California on any deal. And the reason for that is because it's not every real estate agent that is familiar with creative finance. That's number one.
Right.
Not even every title company that knows how to close on creative finance too.
I
So
understand.
she knows how to do that. And also the reason I use her is because she knows how to negotiate, because like selling the property is not just listing it. Like most agents just list it and they just sit around, right? So we use her in California, so that and she does a flat fee. She doesn't charge us full commission, obviously, because we do a lot of this.
She's in my area, right? In Northern California.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. All right.
Yes.
Okay.
So she will be able to handle that. The only thing, I will be honest with you, the only thing she wasn't a fan of is to using these pictures. She wanted better, but that's fine. She's gonna do with them. But outside of that,
Maybe she was welcome to come over, but I know that she's probably been busy or whatever. So
yeah, is the what we're gonna do is,
and we're on time.
yeah,
So.
because of the time crunch, we can list it. I mean, the pictures we can always update it, right? It's not really a big deal.
Right,
And then we can do a virtual. I've done that before also. It costs really nothing. A virtual staging. I've done it before. So, but we'll see. We'll work on all of that. Go over there. Let me finish, okay?
Mhm. Well, the virtual staging, I know there's a house right up the street, maybe 2 doors down from me, and they did virtual staging what made it look like it was nowhere near honestly what the property
I
looked
think
like.
Tanya told me about that one. You went to walk it, right?
Oh, I went to go look at it, and it was just like, wow, they really, and they didn't upgrade anything. The house is just like it was right out of the 50s or 60s, probably 60s, because the refrigerator, not the refrigerator, the stove was just like from the 60s and all that, and the cabinet was like that. So oh my, they didn't really do anything. Linoleum was the same, and all that. At least the people that we bought from upgraded it to you know the way it looked.
No,
But I was
that's a
just
deception
shocked.
too, obviously. You don't
Yeah,
yeah,
it
you
was a
don't know.
deception because, and that's why that house. I don't know if the house is, if anybody bought it now, because it was like 3 weeks ago when I looked at it, but it's been on the market for a while, but because it doesn't look like what it looks like on the virtual stage, at least with my pictures, it looks like, okay, this is what the house inside the house looks like. This is what
Yeah,
it would look like, you know.
I don't even think it's more so of uh the quality. It's more so of the like so like when we list in houses, we take like super wide angle pictures. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This guy is really about those kind of little details. It's not about like we sell houses. Trust me, the last one we just sold, the roof was literally caved. We sold it on the MLS. But the way we take the pictures sometimes save us even like some of the lot of the walkthroughs, right? You have buyers that'll come in and say, hey, like let's say is somebody who you say, you know what, I'm not gonna live in, I'm gonna buy it as an investment because that could happen too, right? Well, guess what? He might not need to walk it. A homeowner might need to, but he could be, hey, pictures is enough in the video. So sometimes we'll do also what is called a 3D walkthrough video. So they can even walk it virtually, so they don't have to bother you. So that's why. But again, we can do it later because of the time crunch. Let's get it live today, so the lender don't have any excuse. And if we need to do that, she can just drive and come through and get it done, or she can send a professional photographer. We pay like $250. It's really nothing. You know what I mean? And I did look at that property that you told me because I was looking at the comps in the area. You're absolutely right. Like you can, that happens a lot, obviously, but no, that's not what I meant by that. I just meant like more of the wide angles and these kind of things. You know what I mean?
Okay,
And then even for you with the boxes, like you don't want people to come bother you every minute. But it's fine. We'll figure all of that out. Another thing I didn't ask you, because we have to negotiate this as well. Are you wanting to move after close of escrow or before? Once we get the offer.
Um, After, if it's possible,
Okay.
because I'm trying to, um, get, still looking at stuff and trying to find something until I move completely out of California. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So let's see. Okay, so that's not a problem. So what I'll do is because we can negotiate with whoever comes in with an offer to basically release some of the funds upfront once the offer is solidified. We can always do that. Really, not all of it, but some of it. So at least that allow you, if he's a homestead buyer, at least. So that allow you to at least have enough to just, okay, at least you can vacate now and maybe be 2 days before closing and we can release. So we can just amend that at that point once we agree with. So she knows how to negotiate that as well. Okay. So that's what I told her yesterday in case. So if worst case scenario, we'll push to say, hey, let's give you X amount of days in the back end, but I would prefer to just release some funds to you so that will allow, because it's mainly for the funds, right?
Right.
Okay, boom. So if we can get, but by the time we close, you would finish completely packing, or you still working on that?
I'm still working on it, but I will be done before then. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, really, honestly, the only thing here missing here is again, she will send over obviously all the listing thing so you can see. I'm gonna have in the agreement there. So you understand the listing price I said, right? 817 we're starting with.
Yes, that's fine.
Okay. So I'm gonna put in the agreement. If you sell for anything over 817, obviously you get more because it's sold for more. So I'm gonna put that contingency there, but it's a contingency, right? So I'm going to start with the lowest number, which is 130 to you as a walkaway number, including the arrears. And if it sells for more, then we can just adjust it based on the number that came in, which I don't know. So it's tough for me to put any hypotheticals. Is that fine? So that language is going to be on the novation agreement. Okay.
Okay.
Now, when inspections start coming in, anything also that they send in terms of, like their punch lists, fix this, fix that. Some of this stuff typically she will hop on and tell them, hey, we're not fixing anything. I'm gonna actually have her put a note that seller is very sensitive about any type of fixing because they're as is sell. But if something must absolutely be done, when they send me the list, I'll share it with you. And then any expense that we spend, I'll literally send you all the screenshots of the expense and what you call it, the receipts, everything. So just so you know. So because the joint venture, again, everything will be fully disclosed on time. So we'll discuss it before we even accept a fixing it because you have to sign it and we have to sign.
Right.
Okay. What else? That's really it. So what I'm gonna have to do with her is ask her specifically for because she haven't answered yet, but I'm gonna call her about the commission on the other agent because if that's the case, then I don't want to pay nobody anything, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, because I mean I know they're trying to push that, but it's a law. I mean I don't know if it's across the country, but I know it's here in California because everything is so high here that and the realtors they don't like that.
Of course they do. Well, the issue with them is now they're barely making anything.
It's okay for them to sell it, pay for it, but they don't want to pay it. The buyers.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, for me, they just need to deserve their commissions. That's my issue with real estate agents in general. Because they don't do any work, but they do love to get paid these commissions.
Yeah, I've been through that before. So.
Trust me. So yeah, when I sell my houses, it's like I hate dealing with buyers agents because bunch of nonsense. But that's fine. I mean, all of that anyway, because once things start coming in, we do have control of the negotiation. Like we don't have to accept things, right? So if we feel like, hey, we have enough offers to where if you, this agent here, agent A, you require for us to pay you, but agent B don't, where you can just, go see Jesus, right?
Right.
So so those kind of things. I mean, listen, I'm in the business of not paying what I don't need to pay. So, so that's fine. So the only thing here I'm gonna send you is the amendment. Put the language there for the amount. Listing price, what we're listing it at. Obviously put there is no any other liens. I think you told me that you're aware of outside of the 46 grand, right? That we're speaking of.
Yes, because that's included in the pricing. Like I said, it's
yeah, on the 650.
Right.
Okay, but there's no any other lien that you would know of that could come up at title outside of that.
No, I don't have any other liens.
Okay.
I mean, I have a well, let me put it, Homeowner credit, whatever, that's on there, but it's like 27 something, but 27,000, but that can probably, I mean,
is that included?
I know that already. I mean, I know that, so they have to get paid. So
is that included in the 650 or are you going to handle it outside of escrow?
I'll handle it outside of escrow.
Okay, but it's not a lien against the property, correct?
No.
Okay,
no.
As long as it's not a lien against the property, because then we cannot close. That's all. Okay, that's fine. Fantastic. So what were you saying then about the power of attorney? Because if we don't put that in place, I have to ask the attorney what do we put. By the way, it doesn't is a limited one. It doesn't allow us anything other than the listing, dealing with the listing, whatever comes up with listing.
I like I said, I just never heard of that before with selling property.
Be careful, Umu, you're gonna fall. Stop running on the stairs, Anani. Stop running. Sorry, almost broke her legs. Stop.
Oh.
So
but you explained it, so
yeah, so yeah. The thing is, when you're dealing with an agent, you're just dealing with a listing. They're not really coming to like an agent is not gonna come and fix your property and bring money in, right? That's completely different. Like it's like Natalie, she don't need a power of attorney. She just need a listing agreement.
Okay.
For us, it's different. We're doing innovation to where, hey, we have skin in the game. We're coming in. The only thing you're dealing with is making sure you move on a timely manner once you get the funds.
Right.
That's it.
Got it.
The rest, we deal with everything. If anything need to be paid, anything to be fixed, any headaches, we'll handle it. I am in Georgia personally, physically, but we have everything we need in California because we invest in 7 different states. So we have boots on the ground. We have local agents everywhere we would do business into. and we have funds ready for whatever. Literally this morning here, the Sonia, the property is the same thing with you, but they didn't want to stop the auction. When I say at all, I literally wired the funds in to stop the auction like at what 5 minutes because we did even the bankruptcy. This lender refused. This the first time
Right.
out. It's crazy. So trust me, we deal with this all the time. Your property is not gonna go to foreclosure. It doesn't matter what happened. Worst case scenario, they cannot tell us we cannot pay the 46. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So everything else is just the headaches we're gonna deal with the listing. That's
Okay.
regular stuff. Inspection,
Okay.
making sure that the walkthrough is smooth. Natalie is very good at communication, so she will communicate with you. You will decide the times with her in terms of
Okay.
the window of times you want for the walkthroughs in case they're needed. You can tell her
Mhm.
exactly, hey, I want to be, given heads up X amount of time before anybody come and walk it. And
Right.
when they
Right.
come, you can literally tell them where they can have access to. And I know you're
Okay.
doing some errands to look for a job, right? You kind of like sometimes you're
Mhm.
out, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you're out, is anybody at the house or no?
Uh,
When you're out looking for a job, is anybody at
oh,
the house?
my son is like older son.
I got you. Okay. So that's great. So you can just leave him directions in case it's him that helped them work the house.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Uh-huh.
So that's it. So the novation goes hand in hand with the limited power of attorney. It literally just allow us, you will see the language, just allow us to deal with the listing. But any listing that come, we have to review it together because of the joint venture. So I can't
Sure.
accept anything without you. You can't accept anything without me. But
Okay.
again, you are the ultimate decision maker because you know what you're trying to accomplish. My goal is to not let it go to foreclosure, make sure we sell it fast because the longer it stays on the market, the more these liens racks up. Okay.
Okay. All right.
And the only favor I'm gonna ask of you, because I know you seem a little bit stressed out because of the auction coming up. I know, as you
Mm-hmm.
should. Okay. I just
Mm-hmm.
want you to apply what the lady applied with Jesus in Matthew 9:20. Okay. You know how much she had faith when she touched him? And he was like, "Is your faith that healed
Yeah.
you?" All right,
Mm-hmm.
give me that kind of faith with this listing. Trust me, I promise we'll not let it
Okay.
go to foreclosure.
I
Okay.
will reread that. I didn't tell you that my late husband was a pastor,
Mhm.
so I know
Is
that
is a is,
sometimes
is a beautiful one. Is a beautiful one.
yeah.
And the reason for that is because energy is obviously real, right? So
Yeah,
trust
yeah,
me,
yeah.
we're not gonna so far we have a 99.9% success rate with foreclosures.
All
I
right.
mean,
Amen to
again,
that.
think about it. Worst case scenario is we pay off the 46. What's the risk?
Okay.
Okay, so we can
That's
pay it
true.
off up to 2 days
Mm-hmm.
before the auction, 1 day before the auction. As long as it's before the time of the auction, they got their
Mm-hmm.
money, they have to release it. Okay.
Okay.
So trust me,
Okay.
we'll make it happen. And communication will go as fast as possible, as smooth as possible. And we'll work with you to decrease it as much as we can to sell if need be, but hopefully we sell it higher. But just put some positive energy for me. That's all I need from you. The rest I'll
Yes.
handle.
Okay.
Okay.
All
And
righty. I
reread
will
that
do
verse for me today. Okay.
that. I will.
All right. Thank you
Okay.
so much. I'll have the
Thank you.
transaction coordinator send over the documents. Okay.
Okay,
And if
good.
you have any question, don't hesitate. You can call me. We can go line by line. No problem. Okay.
Sounds good.
All right. I appreciate
Okay.
you.
Thank
All
you.
right. So,
Yeah, text me, send me when you send just send me a text. Sometimes I don't look
okay.
at my email a lot
Okay.
and then I'll look at it and send it back to you.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
You already texted me your email, correct?
I
Uh,
believe so. I'll text it
yeah.
to you
Just
again.
retext it to me.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you
Okay.
so much.
All right.
All right.
Thank
All right.
you.
Bye.
Have a good day.
All right. You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, guys, there you have it. This is innovation agreement that we are working on in California. Is a pre-foreclosure property that we stopped the auction literally the same day. But what's happening with this property is that the lender that is foreclosing is the lender that is in second position, meaning the lender that have a lien, not on the first, but second position. It's very literal, right? Meaning if the house get foreclosed, they get paid second. That's why we say second position. It's a hard money loan. For those of you know what a hard money loan is, if you don't know, please Google it. But it's not the big banks like Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo. No, this is like a private hard money loan type of lender. So, they don't want to post, even though she filed, her attorney advised her to file bankruptcy, which she did. They don't want to postpone it longer than on the 17th. So we have to make sure we either one, sell it by the 17th, or two, we push it again with them. If they don't accept it, then we just pay off the arrears to give us enough time to sell the home before the auction. Okay. And this lady, she lost her husband. He used to be a pastor. And so that's the reason why I use the Bible in a good way to build rapport with her because she's stressed out. And to be honest, guys, energy is real. So you have to believe it. So that's how I operate. Even when I hop on a call with a seller, I already believe that I got the deal. I already believe that I can close the deal. And I was telling her about this verse in the Bible, guys. I'm a Muslim, but I did study the Bible. But this verse kind of resonate with even my Muslim beliefs. Is Jesus in Matthew, 9:20, where you have basic 20 to 22, right? So you have basically a woman that been bleeding for about 12 years. I'm just summarizing here, and she comes to him and she needs help, and she touched him. I'm just literally summarizing, guys. She touched him and she instantly get healed. And when she get healed, she said, "Thank you, good master," something like that. And he looked at her and he goes, "No, it's not me that healed you, it's your faith. It's your faith." So he's pointing to the fact that everything is belief. If she didn't believe it before she touched him, she wouldn't have gotten healed. The only reason she got healed is because she had strong, non unshakable faith that if she touched this man, she will be healed. That's it. And so that's very powerful. Like if you read that, you contemplate on it, you think about it, you can put it back into perspective. And every single, you guys can see all these books in front of me. Every single self-motivational speaker that you listen to, every single mindset book that you read, they tell you every single time, believe first, believe first, believe first, self-confidence, energy is real, energy is real. And that verse basically, encompasses that, but in a more deeper way. So I'm using that to build rapport with her because I don't need her to panic and stress every single minute, while we're dealing with this file and try to sell it, because that's not what I need. It will not help me be effective at my job, and it will not help her have, better rest at night. Right. So I'm reassuring her because, guys, that's what we do. I don't care if we don't make any penny. This is like a mission for us. Obviously, we want to make money, right? I'm not going to be a hypocrite. We want to make money, but some of the deals just doesn't pencil out as we thought. But we'll still help the homeowners. We have zero plans on letting them lose their homes unless we've tried everything, and it didn't work. All right, guys. So make sure you keep that boom mindset, guys. Be bold and brave. Okay, be obsessed, be optimistic, and again, have that abundance mindset. Remember, that's what the boom stands for. Boom, boom, boom. I'll see you guys in the next video. Like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Leave a comment below. It definitely helps the algorithm. If you do it, great. If you don't, great. But I hope you did get value out of this call. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, before I forget, guys, I have a whole playlist on creative finance 101 explaining exactly what an innovation agreement is. So you guys make sure you check it out in case you don't know what type of structure we have with this lady here, which this property is a property in California. So we're doing an innovation agreement is basically a joint venture with the seller to make it work where every other investor she was dealing with completely failed, wasn't able to help her because of the numbers, because of how much she owe and all that fun stuff. And because we can be creative, we're able to make it work by turning it into an innovation agreement. I've done dozens of these type of transactions, and I'll help her get as much money as she can and us too. And guys, make sure you check out the creative finance playlist so you can learn this badass strategy and add it in your tool belt. Boom, boom, boom.